So with flexion and extension, the fulcrum, which is the middle part, the axis, is going to be at the lateral epicondyle. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that lateral epicondyle. I'm going to have the moving arm that's going to be following the forearm, the midpoint, and the stable arm that's going to be up at the humerus. Okay? So if you know that you're starting at this angle, when you bend, when she bends, it's okay that it's not exactly at 0, okay? Because you're measuring from 0 to whatever the range of motion will be.
So would you subtract those degrees or?
No, sorry.
Because it starts in 0.
We're going to start at 0. But when she moves, all right, so I'll tell her, Emily, if you could, would you try to touch your shoulder with your hand? Okay. And she has 145 degrees of elbow flexion.
That's normal, right? 0 to 145.
All right, so extension is very easy, right? Because you just want to make sure that she's at 0. So I can line up my goniometer, and of course, because of our carrying angles and different, depending on the bicep, might be bigger, small, whatever. So if you can tell that she's at this angle right here, this is going to be how I get my 0. It's not necessarily going to be at 0 because of either this could be a little bit loose, but if you look at her and she is not here and straight down, you know that that's going to be 0. Okay? So right now I'm reading 2. But I know that I can get her to 0. Okay? It's very easy. So that's how you would do your elbow flexion and extension.
Oh, that was it for the extension?
That was extension. And you want to make sure that she's got 0. And then I'm going to show you how they do it laying down. She's fine. So So the placements are the same, right? The fulcrum's still going to be at the lateral epicondyle. Okay? I'm going to bring her up here. And I like to hold, when I get her to 0, I like to hold to see that I'm making sure I'm not losing track of where the goniometer is going. Okay? Your stable arm's still going to be on the humerus, and then your movement arm is going to be at the forearm. So I'm going to have you bend your elbow and touch your shoulder. So right there, it's going to be, see, laying down now, she has 150. Okay?
I think the grabber pulled it.
Well, it's that, and also because she just did that test, so it could have loosened up a little bit too. It's like that tissue. Is it the other arm? It's also the other arm. So, extension, your book shows it. With her, yeah, you're going to do it laying down again. And what we would do is from flexion. So we would have her in this motion, right here, touching your elbow. And I would ask her to extend. I would ask her to extend her elbow as straight as she can. Okay, so from there, you have her at 0. Okay, so then she would be from flexion 150 to 0 degrees of the elbow extension. Okay. Very
We could do the sitting too.
sitting.
You would document 150 to 0?
The way that the book shows it is you would document from where she was at flexion, so start at flexion and go to 0. So yeah, when we do it, our range, usually if they don't have any difficulty with the flexion, it's nice to see what they have. But if they don't have any difficulty, then we'd say elbow extension within normal limits at 0 degrees, elbow extension. So there are 2 ways to test the supination and the pronation. So if I am telling Emily that I'm going to test her palm up range of motion, I would have her keep her elbow at her side. The only way to test supination and pronation really is going to be with elbow at your side 90 degrees. Okay? And so you would put for supination, you would put the fulcrum, okay, at her anterior styloid. Okay, so right at the tip of the bone. I'm sorry.
I can see.
So you have that ulnar styloid over on the lateral side, and you have it on the inside. You're still keeping it at the same, just that spot right there. So you would have her in neutral, because that's how you would test how much range she has on the other side. And I would ask her to turn your palm up to the sky, and that's how you would follow it. With this one, if you need to adjust it, you can. but she has 0 to 90 degrees of forearm supination. Okay? And then for pronation, you pretty much do the same thing, but you're going to be over that
The
posterior
other side.
Okay? So fulcrum's still that ulnar styloid. So that middle part right here is going to be right at that bone. And then you're going to ask her to turn your palm down towards the floor. Okay?
Ah.
And I would adjust it there. And she has 0 to 90 degrees of forearm pronation.
So I have a little one, but it's not cut in half, so this one you couldn't actually measure.
You probably wouldn't get the most
With this
accurate
one.
measurement with that. Yeah, that's why a lot of them are cut.
In here, the book that you heard, that's her fifth.
Yes, I'm going to show you the opposite, the other way to do pronation supination, because a lot of times people will use a pen, okay, to follow, to get just more of an accurate reading. So I would have her hold this in her hand, and I would line this up at that third metacarpal, okay, and I would follow the pen. So I would ask her, can you turn your palm down towards the floor? And I would follow that pen, and that's how we would get pronation, okay? So I would say 0 to 85, okay, at that angle. Now can you come back into neutral? And now we're gonna go the opposite way. So I'm gonna follow that pen, do this. And you can change this a little bit just to make sure that you're staying in, accurate rhythm with the pen, okay? So if she's doing supination, I'll follow through her joints. And I'll have her turn her palm up towards the sky. Okay, and I could follow that angle there.
Can you have her turn to the side so you're in front of her over here?
Yes.
We couldn't see that.
Sorry, come
This way, put your feet that way so we can see. There's, thank
see
you.
it this way? Okay.
Yeah.
So then if I'm going to be testing supination, I'm going to keep that fulcrum at that middle, that third metacarpal, and I'm going to have her turn her palm up towards the sky. And there are different ways to test this, okay? So right here she's getting 0 to 90, but I prefer, of course, the bone, because sometimes it's a little bit hard for clients to keep hold of that pencil, and it can also move. Some people prefer the pencil because they feel like this is more stable. This is gonna stay nice and tight versus the bone joint moving over, and because they don't wanna have to push in the bulk of that forearm, okay? But your measurement should be about 0 to 80 for pronation, 0 to 90. You can even get 0 to 90 because I have 0 to 90 pronation, or 0 to 90 for supination for the full wrist. Turn it over. All right, so very, very simple, but I'm gonna have you guys kind of practice with each other, and then we'll walk around to see if you guys want any more.